NPQ.
Minimum production quantity.
Okay. So the MPQ reflects the amount of turns, like so say, maybe we just use some numbers, right? So say just for like you have 12,000 units.
Right.
Right. And so would you negotiate an MPQ per month of 1,000 if say you wanted to turn it 12 times?
Yes, but that would also that also would make it more expensive. So let me rephrase this another way. So you would try and get a minimum of 4 turns a year. All right. So if your forecast was 12,000, maybe you break that down so you produce 3,000 every couple of months. And that would be a good working scenario. Mm-hmm. That's probably, for both parties, that might be a good working scenario. A better scenario would be to get more turns, but if you couldn't, 4 turns would be ideal.
Okay. Got it. So you basically say, look, this is the minimum quantity I want you guys to be producing.
Right.
Over a certain time period.
Yes.
Okay. And then and that would be take or pay for that whatever MPQ was.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, clear. So basically you guys would have, and then how often are you guys updating your forecasts?
Well, you'd get a target forecast prior to launch, and then at launch you'd have an actual forecast, which, sometimes did not match the target. So you review it then and maybe adjust some, minimum production quantities then. But then you would look at it post-launch, maybe after the first 3 months, to see how it was trending. Is it on track for what you thought it would be? Is it exceeding, or is it not doing well?
I got it. And then how are you guys handling sort of margin targets within these contracts? So it's subsumed in whatever your MPQ is like a productivity target or a margin target for you guys and for the supplier, right?
Right.
So as things were changing over time, did you guys have minimum productivity gains that needed to be achieved, or was it more, or were you guys just negotiating a final price and the price was the price?
No, the price is the price. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so there was no step downs. Got it. Is that typical? I mean, the only reason is we've done some work in the food space, and there were mandatory sort of step downs in these contracts on pricing. And that any reason why? Because it's a bit surprising to hear that, actually.
So I can say that in the packaging contracts, we would build step downs in after year 1, year 2, because in the manufacturing of packaging, there's efficiency gains, after you first produce it. So we would have those step downs in packaging contracts quite often. In third party, we would do a review of the volume and possibly adjust pricing then, but didn't always have step downs for contract manufacturing. We would have maybe, as I said, because there would be